Coming up on this episode of Winning Bets, it's back to the Bundesliga for today's bets. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me today. This episode, we're going back to the Bundesliga. It's almost like she's the only girl in town, but hey, you know what? We've made $92 off of her last week, so we'll keep her around for a little bit longer, I guess. So back to the Bundesliga we go. Big games on the slate today. There's 4 matchups in the Bundesliga. You got the big boy today. We got Dortmund and we got Bayern. Let's shelve that conversation for just a minute and let's jump into some other action where our money's going to be on. And that takes us to the afternoon game. It comes on 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. Frankfurt at home versus Freiburg. That's where we're going to put some money on today's action. This game falls right into our system perfectly. We've got Freiburg sitting there at 7th place with a -2 goal differential, and Frankfurt in 14th place with a -8 goal differential. So we like that. We like that earlier this year, Freiburg won 1-0. So we've got two teams that are relatively close. Freiburg even, obviously a little bit better. They are the away team, but we've mentioned on previous episodes here on the podcast that we think the home field advantage is neutralized to a large degree. Probably still a little bit there. I mean, I'm not going to disrespect playing in your home stadium, having your own locker room, you slept in your own bed or possibly even the team hotel, but a lot of the home advantage has definitely disappeared here with not having fans. So it just really falls right here into our system. So what we're going to do, of course, is we're going to do the half. We're going to take the full unit, split it into halves. We get the draw coming in at +280. So put a half a unit on the draw at +280. If that hits, you'll win 0.9 units, so almost a unit there. So that'll be a nice solid hit. And then also put a half unit on Frankfurt money line at +255. And if that hits, if I recall, that one's going to pay 0.78 units. So 0.78 units. I know, guys, may seem a little crazy. We've come out of what we would call when the sports came back here with Bundesliga leading the way. Freiburg has burned us twice, so trust me, guys, if I'm putting more money on Freiburg, I've put in the research, I've put in the time. This matchup just falls right in our system. Even though we've gotten burned twice now by Freiburg in the past week, I have to go to them again. I mean, it's a system play. This is why you have a system, and this is why you make those sort of plays. So, been burned on the team, but haven't been burned on the system, so we will go back to using this play, even though it's Freiburg involved in the situation. So, that's what we're going to do. Half unit on the draw at +280. Half unit on the Freiburg money line at +255. And let's go Freiburg. Let's get that win or draw. Let's do it. All right, guys. Even though we're not putting any official money, we can't end this podcast without talking about Bayern versus Dortmund. This is the season right here for the Bundesliga. It's the title. Dortmund is behind Bayern by 4 points. So it's certainly not, set in stone either way. If somebody were to win or lose this game, you'll still possibly have a 1-point difference or a 7-point difference. If you have a 7-point difference, just due to how many few remaining games are left in the season, it's definitely going to be over, and this is a Bayern championship should Bayern win today. A couple things we're looking for. We know Thiago is out this week for Bayern. He's not going to be in the middle of the pitch. That's a huge blow. They did not have Thiago this past weekend against Frankfurt, but we all know Dortmund is a much higher, superior team than Frankfurt is, so Thiago's absence will be missed. Also, while I am personally going to be putting my money on this game, it's not going to be an official play here from the winning bet, so we won't calculate this win-loss in our record or the money. It won't factor in our plus or negatives on our money. I am going to be putting money on this, but I can't recommend you put money on this, especially not yet until lineups come out, because I have to know if Matt Hummels is going to play. If Matt Hummels is not playing in that center of that defense for Dortmund, I mean, you're looking at a Bayern team that could probably get 3, 4, 5 goals on Dortmund. If you're looking at Matt Hummels playing, now you're talking about maybe even 2. Okay, maybe maybe Bayern gets a 3rd goal. But Matt Hummels and his ability to be fit from what I believe he stepped out of this past weekend's game against Wolfsburg. I think they deemed that as an Achilles problem, if I recall correctly. So have to see the lineups, have to see if Matt Hummels is going to play. I'm leaning, and I know I'm sitting here in a Dortmund shirt, but I'm leaning about 98% once I see lineups, I'm putting a money line bet on Bayern because it's coming in at minus 109. So not an official play here on the winning bets account, but if you want to join me, that's what I'm doing. I'm betting on Bayern. Bayern is the better team. All up and down the 11 starters, Bayern is going to be generally better collectively. We know Dortmund really only has Haaland and Sancho in terms of like legitimate threats on offense to pose a threat to the Bayern defense. If those two players aren't clicking, Dortmund's got no chance. I expect Sancho to start this game. They've been easing him back coming in after this layoff. They said his fitness wasn't quite up there when he returned, so they've kind of eased him back. So I expect Sancho to definitely get the start on the left wing. It should be Haaland, Sancho, and Hazard should be your front three there for Dortmund. So exciting game. I'm leaning Bayern. I'm leaning Bayern on the money line at minus 109. But I have to see lineups before I can make that an official recommendation. So because I can't quite do that yet, we do have money on today's game. It's just going to be Frankfurt versus Freiburg. That falls in our system. Don't forget, put a half unit on the draw and put a half unit on Freiburg money line. And we'll see if that's going to be another winning bet. All right, guys, so we'll be back later on tomorrow's episode with more winning bets, and we're going back to the Bundesliga. There's 5 games on the slate for the Bundesliga Wednesday afternoon action, so we'll do our research. We'll pick out another winning bet, and we'll let you guys know what that's going to be tomorrow. Until then, I'm Jason Mattis, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.